Everybody says the 20s are the best years of your life, that you should be just enthusiastic and loving it. But what they don't tell you is that your 20s also come with a lot of confusion and a lot of comparison, where you feel like, man, I'm not as far along as I should be. A lot of loneliness too. And so if you find yourself today where you're in your 20s and you don't feel like you're carefree and living the roaring 20s that you should be living, that's okay. You're actually exactly where you should be, because your 20s are going to be filled with days that you're on top of the world and you're carefree. And it's also going to be filled with a lot of days where you're hustling, you're grinding, you feel alone, and that's okay. So let this be a wake-up call for you. Keep getting out there, keep living your dreams. You're exactly where you should be.
Since I work from home full-time now, work can feel a little isolating. I don't have coworkers or a manager that I talk to or interact with every day, and so it can get a little boring. At least before I graduated, I used to have online classes like 2 to 3 times a week, even though it was just online. At least I got to see my teachers or some of my classmates, and I felt like that was my dose of social interaction for the week. Nowadays, I only meet my work team once a week, and it usually lasts for an hour, but I just now realize how important social interaction actually is. As a full-blown introvert, I believe that I thrive when I work by myself, but the pandemic has taught me otherwise. I now enjoy going to cafes or working at someone else's house. I still wouldn't trade my online job for an on-site job. After 2.5 years of working from home, I just now see the downside of this lifestyle. All prepped for the gym. This is the fit. I told myself that after graduation I would try to be more active. The past 2.5 years I've been living a very sedentary lifestyle. Whenever I stand up, I hear my knees pop, my head goes dizzy, and I just know that I have a very unhealthy body. I feel like I have the body of an 80-year-old woman, and that's very concerning for someone who's in her early 20s. My sister and I signed up for a gym membership earlier this month. I've been trying to go 2 to 3 times a week. This is my fitness tracker for the month of July. In the first week I went twice, second week I went twice as well, third week I went 3 times, and today is the 29th. This week I was attempting to go every day this week, but Wednesday I was really tired. I wasn't about to force myself to go even though I didn't have any energy. Even though it's just one day added, it's a big change. I'm not about to force myself to go 5 times a week even though I didn't prep for it. I don't think that's something that's sustainable. Also, I found a schedule that worked for me. During the first 2 weeks, I went in the evenings with my sister because my sister works on site for her job, and so she comes home around 6 or 7 in the evening, and that's when we go to the gym together. I was planning to go in the morning, but then I realized that it's unsustainable for me. Another fun factor of going to the gym is we usually go to the gym with our friends. So during the first 2 weeks, it was just my sister and I, and then she recruited her boyfriend, and then she recruited her barkada. There'd be days we'd go to the gym with a lot of people. There'd be like 10 of us at least. It feels like a group effort, and it honestly makes it more fun. Rox has also been going with us and our high school friends. It makes it less serious and more fun. Also, fun fact, this is the first time I'm going to my gym in the morning. For this past month, I've only been going in the evenings, and this is my first time seeing it in broad daylight. Sir? Sir? Gym bro. Sir, sir, sir. Sir, sir, sir. I just got done working out. It's almost 1 p.m. and the boys are still working out over there. I don't know if you can see. I just took a bunch of photos, but I don't plan on posting them on Instagram because I feel like Instagram has a way of backfiring my plans. Like I remember I tried to do no spend February this year, and February turned out to be one of my highest spent months of this year so far. I remember when I bought my computer, I posted it on Instagram and less than a month later my monitor broke. So I feel like Instagram is a channel for jinxing or backfiring my plans. I've been on a roll, like I've been on a streak with going to the gym, and I don't want to backfire my progress. But today is my last day of going to the gym. If all goes well, this is gonna be my last day. I'm gonna be taking a 2-week hiatus. Tomorrow I plan on getting my contraceptive implant. I'm gonna be talking more about that tomorrow. Usually when you get a contraceptive implant, it takes like a week or 2 to heal. So once I get one, I'm gonna be taking a break for 2 weeks. After the healing period, I plan on going back to the gym consistently about 2 to 3 times a week still. Hopefully in the future it'll be more. So I was in my feels after graduation. Even though I just graduated, I already felt like I was behind in life, knowing that there were other people my age already successful and established. I felt like I was slacking. But meeting my high school friends again brought me back to reality. Hearing their own struggles of trying to finish their degrees a little later than others, trying to ace the board exams, trying to look for jobs, trying to plan out their futures. It was comforting to know that I wasn't the only one feeling stuck or in a rut or confused about everything. Also, social media isn't real. I never saw anyone posting about their struggles online about post-graduation, so I felt like I was a crazy person. It wasn't until I had these conversations with them that I felt validated by my own thoughts.
Broken fools, the streets are alive and remind me of you. And I can't go quiet on a Brooklyn bound train, so I stand alone in the Manhattan rain.
I saw someone on YouTube put a sock over their mic because I think it helps soften the acoustics or something. But anyway, it's been 3 days since I got my implant. I'm not sure if you can see, but that's what my wound looks like. It doesn't look that bad. It's just like yellowy. It's not even noticeable in the front, and you can't even see it at the back since like it's in the inner part of my arm. When I do this, you don't notice it at all, and the bruise isn't that big. But I want to talk about what a contraceptive implant is, why I got it, where I got it, how much it costs, and what my experience was like. So according to Google, a contraceptive is a device or drug serving to prevent pregnancy. This can come in the form of condoms, birth control pills, IUD, or implant. I'm sure there are others, but these are the only 4 that I'm familiar with. So I specifically got the contraceptive implant. According to Mayo Clinic, a contraceptive implant is a long-term birth control option for women. It is a flexible plastic rod about the size of a matchstick that is placed under the skin of the upper arm. It releases a low, steady dose of a progestational hormone to thicken cervical mucus and thin the lining of the uterus, which then prevents pregnancy. So I chose the contraceptive implant because it's very low maintenance and it's effective for 3 years. After 3 years, you should get it out and you can then decide if you want to do it again or not. Feel free to do your own research on this matter and decide for yourself. It's also best if you consult your own doctor. So why did I get a contraceptive implant? The answer is plain and simple. I don't want kids, at least not for the time being. I just graduated college. I'm in my early 20s. I have so much of life to explore and experience. I'm in the phase of my life where I'm trying to build my career and my passions, and so having a kid in the mix is just not
the vibe. I'm fully aware that I am not mentally, emotionally, financially stable to be caring for a child. I don't want to be tied down to responsibility for the rest of my life, knowing full well that I'm not capable just yet. I was actually having second thoughts on including this in my vlog because I know I have relatives and people in my personal life who watch my videos, so I feel like I might get judged for it. But then I thought to myself, what's there to hide? I believe that this piece of information is educational, especially since sex education is almost like a taboo topic in the Philippines, especially with people from older generations. However, with younger generations, I believe we're trying to be more educated, more aware of the decisions that might ultimately impact our future. Maybe when I'll reach my 30s, I'll reconsider it. I have no idea yet. We'll cross the bridge when we get there. So, where did I get my contraceptive implant? I searched high and low on the internet for a clinic or a hospital in Cebu that offers contraceptive implants. I finally found one on Facebook. They're called the Glory Reborn organization. The Glory Reborn organization is a non-profit maternity clinic located in Cebu City, Philippines. So they actually care for pregnant women and newborn babies, but they also offer family planning services. Their family planning services are open every Saturday from 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. So how much did it cost? If you're a PhilHealth member, you can get it for free, but if you're not a PhilHealth member like me, you're gonna have to pay 300 pesos for all of the supplies used. I went in and left only having paid 300 pesos total. So it's really 300 pesos. There's no additional fees or anything like that. If you go to a private institution, I think you're gonna have to pay around 8,000 pesos plus for this procedure. I'm not sure how accurate that is, but that's what the nurse told me. So what was my experience like? I'm gonna have to say straight off the bat, it was a very enlightening and positive experience. So I started rambling at this point, but overall, my experience was really good, 10 out of 10. Staff was really friendly and accommodating. They didn't make me feel awkward at all. The procedure was actually pain-free because the doctor used anesthesia. I personally know 2 women who had this procedure before and they weren't offered anesthesia, and so their arms bruised up so bad they started to look like galaxies. You know when bruises start to look like galaxies? That's what they had to deal with. Thankfully, I didn't have to go through that. 10 out of 10. I was in and out of the clinic within 2 hours, and this included the waiting time, counseling, and the procedure itself. I was there at 9:30 in the morning and was out by 11 something. They even gave me 2 boxes of love gloves. I'm gonna leave their information and links below if you want to check them out. I highly recommend this clinic. Excellent service, 10 out of 10. So yeah, that's about it for this vlog. This is what my life is like after college. Getting birth control, hanging out with friends, trying to find my passions again.